Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this Game of the Week basketball broadcast, heard exclusively online at KOFO.com. Tonight, the Anderson County Bulldogs host the Central Heights Vikings. Our Game of the Week basketball coverage is brought to you by Fusion Alley with Primetime Grill, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Kansas State Bank. Game of the Week coverage is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, Bank Midwest, and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Now let's go courtside and join KOFO's Luke Queen for tonight's KOFO Game of the Week.
Back to this non-league matchup here this evening. Anderson County out of the Pioneer League, Central Heights out of the Flint Hills League. Central Heights coming in 5-10 on the season. Anderson County 3-14. Both teams coming off losses last night. Anderson County was defeated by Wellsville here at Anderson County High School. Central Heights took it on the chin, a close ball game against Linden. They are currently both sitting as the 7 seeds in their respective substate. Central Heights in the Linden substate, currently with that 7 seed at 5-10, has a chance to move up a spot or two here in the next week. And they've got games tonight, Friday, next Tuesday, and Friday again. Anderson County 3-14 there. They're currently the 7th seed in the Burlington substate. Young team for Anderson County for the most part. Last night started a bunch of sophomores and juniors. One senior, Garrett Edens, was in the starting lineup last night. Tonight, we expect a little bit different. It is senior night, so expect to get the seniors to start here this evening and the recognition they deserve. Anderson County coming in, averaging 43.5 points a ball game. Central Heights, 48.9 points per contest. So we'll expect to see a little up and down action. These teams not afraid to get out in transition. They'll both play solid, tough defense and see if they can turn that into easy baskets. Definitely Anderson County with the advantage on the height end. They've got a couple of players at 6'3", 6'4", or better. Josh and Justin Stifter, both 6'4", 6'7". Reese Cox are also on the lineup. Dalton Kellerman, only listed as 6'1", but a broad-shouldered young man who can really cause some havoc down low. Austin Kaufman at 6'3". Usually in the starting lineup there for Central Heights, along with Braylon Boyker. He's at 6'2", but more of a wing player. But we expect these teams not to just kind of sit in the half court and try and pound it down low. They like to use kind of a 4-out, 1-in look, work the bounce ball around the top of the key and try and get some open looks from outside or some driving lanes into the inside. It should be a good matchup between these two schools, separated by about 11.5 miles at most. So kind of like the Tobacco Road of high school basketball here as Central Heights has traveled down to Garnett to take on Anderson County here this evening. We're going to take our first timeout. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you more from here at Anderson County High School. You're listening to KOFO High School Game of the Week here on KOFO.com.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home. providing compassionate care when you need it most.
It's difficult to admit, but as long, cold, and nasty as this winter has been, you're not the only one actually looking forward to those spring projects around the house. KOFO and Home Base want to help you get started with the 2020 Home and Garden Expo, March 7th and 8th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or you need to hire a pro, you'll find all the help you need at the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo inside the climate-controlled confines of the ORC Goppert Building at 15th and Ash. Need new windows or doors? Ideas for gardening or planting new shrubs for more curb appeal? Maybe it's time to add that deck or renovate the kitchen. To this century, we'll have vendors on hand that can help with it all. Demonstrations, food, crafts and decor, even health and wellness for you to enjoy spring and all it brings. Admission to the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo is free. And when you register upon arrival, you'll be entered to win $500 in KOFO cash to spend with any of the vendors at the show. Bring the family and enjoy the tradition of the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo at the ORC Goppert Building, March 7th and 8th. We'll see you there.
Join the KOFO Travel Club for the next trip to the new theater and restaurant to see the original Church Basement Ladies, starring Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley. Enjoy this musical comedy with star-studded characters Wednesday, March 25th. Deadline to sign up is Tuesday, February 25th. You'll depart from the parking lot south of the Bottle House at 10 o'clock. And mark your calendar for Tuesday, February 25th for the next meeting of the KOFO Travel Club, taking place at the First United Methodist Church. Meeting starts at 6 o'clock. Learn about and sign up for upcoming trips to Branson in April, a day trip to Jamesport, Missouri in May. See the $1 Million Quartet at the new theater and restaurant in June. Plus, learn about an upcoming trip to the Mackinac Islands. The meeting is free and refreshments provided. Come join the adventures and come enjoy the fun. The KOFO Travel Club from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
County. I'm Luke Queen bringing you tonight's action as Central Heights has traveled to Garnett to take on the Anderson County Bulldogs. Central Heights coming in 15-10 on the season. I did see that the score from last night was not reported yet, so maybe 15-11 on the year. Central Heights coming into this ball game currently sitting in the 7th seed in their sub-state. Anderson County 3-14 on the season. Not all indicative of the talent that they possess. They're also currently the 7th seed in the Burlington sub-state. Would not be a team that I'd like to see right out of the gate as the higher seed, as they got the talent out there to be able to knock you down. It's going to take some good outside shooting and some good defense here for Central Heights against the size of Anderson County underneath. Going to have to protect those boards. Austin Kaufman, the big man for Central Heights in the middle, does a nice job on the glass, averaging 10 rebounds a contest, leading the way for the Vikings. He's going to need some help, especially from Brady Burst, Braylon Boyker, and a few of the other yards out on the wings to be able to crash down and help him out on the glass. Big size advantage for Anderson County, 6'7". Reese Kotzer, 6'4". The Stifter brothers, Justin and Josh, listed as 6'4" apiece. Dalton Kellerman, 6'1". Broad shoulders create some space underneath, as he's also good on the glass. But this game will be decided on the defensive end, as both teams average about the same amount of points per ball game, in the mid-40s per contest. Central Heights averaging a little bit higher, just under 49 points a game, 44 points a ball game for Anderson County. But we saw last night that they can score. It's just a matter of how the defense of the other team set up to try and slow them down. We're getting ready for action here. They're going to get ready to announce the starting lineup and do the national anthem. So while that's taking place, we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll get ready for basketball action from here at Anderson County High School in Garnett. I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
It's difficult to admit, but as long, cold, and nasty as this winter has been, you're not the only one actually looking forward to those spring projects around the house. KOFO and Home Base want to help you get started with the 2020 Home and Garden Expo, March 7th and 8th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or you need to hire a pro, you'll find all the help you need at the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo inside the climate-controlled confines of the ORC Goppert Building at 15th and Ash. Need new windows or doors? Ideas for gardening or planting new shrubs for more curb appeal? Maybe it's time to add that deck or renovate the kitchen. To this century, we'll have vendors on hand that can help with it all. Demonstrations, food, crafts and decor, even health and wellness for you to enjoy spring and all it brings. Admission to the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo is free. And when you register upon arrival, you'll be entered to win $500 in KOFO cash to spend with any of the vendors at the show. Bring the family and enjoy the tradition of the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo at the ORC Goppert Building, March 7th and 8th. We'll see you there. Whether you're in the game or working around the house, injuries happen, but not all of them warrant a trip to the ER. For sprains, minor cuts, and less serious ailments, Advent Health Ottawa's Express Care Clinic can help. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Advent Health Ottawa, helping you feel whole. Visit adventhealthottawa.com.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting our local schools. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Henderson County Chamber Choir there on the national anthem. We're going to get ready to play basketball here at Anderson County High School. Time to learn the starting lineups for each team here on senior night at Anderson County. All the seniors getting the nod here this evening for the Bulldogs. So for Anderson County at guard number 2, a 6-foot senior Garrett Eden. He's joined by 6'1" senior number 21 Eric Ryder, number 35-foot 6-inch senior Morgan Hall Croft, and a 6-foot senior number 32 Jacob Allison, and number 44 a 6'1" sophomore Dalton Kellerman. So Edens, Ryder, Hallcroft, Allison, and Kellerman, the starting five for the Bulldogs. For Central Heights, their starting lineup, 5'10" junior guard number 0 Jared Crawford. He's joined in the backcourt by, senior 5'10" guard number 3 Alex Kennedy. Number 20 is 6'2" senior Braylon Boyker. Number 22, a 6-foot junior number 22 Brady Burson. And number 55, 6'3" senior Austin Kaufman. So Crawford, Alex Kennedy, Braylon Boyker, Brady Burson, and Austin Kaufman, the starting five for Central Heights. So the team's getting introduced now. So we'll be ready for basketball action in just a few moments here from Anderson County High School. Boyker and Kennedy getting excited as they are introduced. A little bit of a running bump there. Burson, Boyker, Kennedy, Crawford, and Kaufman. The five for Central Heights. Eden, Kellerman, Ryder, Allison, and Hallcroft for seniors on the roster for Anderson County, each getting the start tonight. Joined with them is the sophomore Dalton Kellerman. So we're going to go through the final instructions here from their coaching staff. The officials get ready to bring them out onto the floor. We've got 5 and 10. Central Heights taking on 3 and 14 Anderson County in this cross-league matchup this evening against Central Heights out of the Flint Hills League. Anderson County, members of the Pioneer League. Jumping center for Anderson County is going to be Eric Ryder. Going into the center circle for Central Heights is Braylon Boyker. Ball is up and tip won by Ryder. It's back to Garrett Edens, who will bring it across the timeline, working to his left. Looks to get the ball underneath, kicks it out to Croft. Croft back out to Edens. Edens, little runner along the baseline, no good. Kennedy with the rebound for Central Heights. Alex quickly ahead, gets it over to Boyker. Out to Kaufman, and now Jared Crawford. Out Boyker again. Braylon with a look at a three, a little bit too strong. Person battling in there for the rebound, but is picked up by Dalton Kellerman for Anderson County. Give it off over to Garrett Edens. He'll dribble across the timeline now. Dribble handoff with Ryder. Ryder alone on the left wing. He's going to pull up, take the three. The lefty left it a little bit short. Kellerman able to save it, but a whistle out of bounds as Allison had a foot on the line as he was trying to pass that back out to Ryder. Larson will get it into Jared Crawford. Crawford works it across the timeline along the right wing. Gets it over to Burson. Top of the key to Kaufman. Now Crawford finds Burson on the cut. Shot up off the glass, a little strong, and the rebound brought down by Allison. And he'll give it over to Garrett Edens. Edens works to the left wing. Now he's going to try and drive baseline. Shut off there nicely. Austin Kaufman came over to help. Ball swung around. Allison thought about the three. Drives baseline. Burson there to shut him down. Anderson County working it around the top of the key. Now finds Garrett Edens on the cut. Little runner off the glass. No good. Kellerman offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Croft. Hall-Croft passes it back over to Ryder. Back to Hall-Croft. He's going to drive baseline. Gets into the lane, pass deflected, but finds the hands of Edens. He'll pass it down to Kellerman. Partially blocked as he goes up. But the second attempt is blocked, but a whistle and a foul going to go against Central Heights, and this one's going to be on Austin Kaufman. First personal foul on Kaufman. It's the first foul of the ball game. It's going to send Dalton Kellerman to the free throw line to shoot two. Kellerman's first free throw on the way, rolls around the rim and in. Kellerman goes to stripe for his second. Shot away is a little bit too strong, and Kennedy chases down the rebound for Central Heights. Kennedy brings it across the timeline over to Crawford on the left wing. Looks to lob it down. He's got Austin Kaufman and up off the glass and in. Nice lob pass there from Crawford to Kaufman. Central Heights takes the lead at 2-1. Hall-Croft into the lane, kicks it out to Edens. Fumbled it a little bit, but able to cover it back up. Tries to drive baseline now. He'll get it back out to Hall-Croft, who shuffled his feet there as he tried to make his move, but we whistled for the traveling violation. Seniors will check out of the ball game here. Derek Rockers, Josh Martin, Reese Kotzer check into the ball game here for Anderson County. Crawford being guarded by Rockers, gives it off over to Burson. Burson, backdoor cut, Braylon Boyker up off the glass, shot is in and good. Nice backdoor cut and a good look there from Burson to find Boyker. Rockers brings it across his timeline. Working out top, he's got Boyker guarding him. Little handoff to Edens, now over to Martin. Kotzer, three-pointer from the left, the right wing on the way is good. Reese Kotzer ties the ball game at 4 with the 3. Another lob pass inside intended for Burson. Kellerman from the help side able to knock that away and get the steal. Edens pushes it forward to Kotzer. Thought about pulling the trigger on another 3, but he'll back it back out. Edens going to drive to his right. Floater from about 12 feet, left a little bit short. Kennedy brings down the rebound. Central Heights looks to run. Alex Kennedy on the drive, taking it coast to coast. Missed the layup, but Kaufman is there for the finish and the foul. He was slapped on the arm as he went with the stick back there. See who the foul's going to go on here. Going to go against Derek Rockers. It'll be his first. First team foul. Austin Kaufman to shoot 1. Kaufman's free throw on the way is good. Kaufman with 5 quick points here early on in the contest. 3.5 minutes gone by in the first quarter. 7-4, Central Heights on top. Martin goes out top, being guarded by Crawford. Dribble handoff with Edens. Edens goes baseline. He's able to get a shot up off the glass and in. A nice little runner there by Garrett Edens. Quickly the other way, Central Heights looks to go on the attack. Now they'll work it around the top of the key. Boyker has another look at a 3. This one a little bit off. Battle for the loose ball rebound picked up there by Kellerman. He'll hand off to Martin. Pushes up to Kotzer quickly. Again, thought about the 3, decided against it. Martin dribble handoff with Kotzer. Now he'll drive in, kick it out to Martin. Martin driving in, bumps into Crawford, who had good defensive position. Martin loses the ball. It will go out of bounds, and it will be a turnover back to Central Heights. Waker will get it into Jared Crawford, who will bring it across the timeline. Crawford to Kaufman out of the high elbow there. Flex offense run here. Crawford has a look from 3, a little bit short. Kellerman with the rebound for Anderson County. Again, he'll hand off to Josh Martin. Over to Garrett Edens. Edens will work to his right. It's a little bit of a rub screen from Kotzer. Kotzer's kick to him. He'll take another 3. No good again. Crawford with the rebound. Quickly up to Kennedy. He's got to look at a 3. Lets it go. A little bit too strong. And Kotzer will just let this one go out of bounds in the far corner. Checking in for Central Heights, Tony Detweiler and Hunter Bones checking into the ball game. They're going to take over for Kaufman and Kennedy. Edens kicks it along the left wing. Martin started there by Crawford. He'll work to his left. He has a little bit of a lane. Shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul. Martin was hit hard on that one. Ray Burson going to be tagged with that foul. The blocking foul is going to send Martin to the free throw line to shoot 2. Martin's first free throw on the way, rattles around the rim, no good. 2:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Central Heights 7, Anderson County 6. Martin looks to tie with this free throw. It's pure, and that does tie the ball game up at 7 apiece. Hunter Bones, left wing, dribbles to the top, gets it to Braylon Boyker. Boyker to Jared Crawford on the right wing. Detweiler on the cut. Shot up, no good, but there's going to be a whistle and a blocking foul called here against Anderson County. It's going to go against Kellerman. First personal foul on Dalton Kellerman. It's the second team foul on Anderson County. Tony Detweiler at the line. First free throw on the way, rolls around the rim and off, no good. Kennedy will check back in. He's going to replace Braylon Boyker. Detweiler looks to get Anderson County the lead back here. Second free throw too short, no good. Edens gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Garrett Edens dribbles across the timeline, gets it over to Josh Martin. Lob pass inside to Kotzer, knocked away, but Kellerman there to get his hands on it. He'll go up strong and get the bucket. Anderson County takes the lead. Kennedy on the drive, tries to pass a baseline to Burson. was deflected, and when Alex Kennedy touched it again, his foot was on the end line. So it's out of bounds, and we'll go back over the turnover. Gives it to Anderson County. Reese Jarrett will check into the ball game here for Josh Martin. 9-7, Anderson County on top. 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number one. Jarrett with it on the right wing. Out top, intended for Rockers. Deflected there, but Anderson County able to maintain possession once again. Kick it out to Jarrett. Jarrett works towards the right baseline. Now we'll try to dribble it back out top. Guarded there by Jared Crawford. And a whistle and a 5-second violation there. Well, it didn't look like Crawford was up within an arm's reach there for that entire 5 seconds, but the officials saw differently, so a 5-second call there on Anderson County gives the ball back to Central Heights. Burson over to Detweiler on the right wing. Out top, Crawford. Jared Crawford with a look at a three. A little bit too strong. Kotzer brings down the rebound for Anderson County. Kotzer will bring it across the timeline himself. Kicks it in the corner to Jarrett. Out top, Eden. Thought about the three. Now kick it over to Jarrett on the wing. Heights playing good defense. Derek Rockers gets free, though, and you can't leave the lefty open out top. He knocks down the three-pointer from the top of the key. Rockers, good shooter out there. You don't want to give him much space. Crawford works out top, now gives it over to the left wing to Alex Kennedy. Out to Bones. Bones over to the left wing to Detweiler. Now Crawford again, going to get it inside. Hunter Bones shot up off the glass, rolls around the rim and in. Nice move there by Hunter Bones to get the bucket. Now a steal by Jared Crawford. He's going to drive in, put the floater up too strong, and Edens will rip down the rebound with 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Anderson County on top by 3, 12-9. See if the Bulldogs hold for one here or what they're going to do. Pass out top to Rockers. Rockers will work to his left. There's a whistle and a offensive foul there. A little bit of a moving screen going to be called against Kellerman as he tried to create some space for Rockers. So his second personal foul, the third team foul. So gives the ball back to Central Heights here. Boyker and Kaufman check back in. Burson, Kennedy, Crawford, Boyker, and Kaufman on the floor. Josh Stifter checks in, ball into Crawford, being hounded by Derek Rockers. He's able to get it across, going to drive in, shot up off the glasses in, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, it's Anderson County 12, Central Heights 11. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to the Game of the Week on KOFO.com.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Mark your calendar now so you don't miss the 2020 KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo. Coming March 7th and 8th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. For vendor booth information, email sales@KOFO.com or call 785-242-1220. Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2.
High School, we're getting ready for action in quarter number 2. Central Heights with the possession, trailing by 1, 12-11. Anderson County on top after one quarter of play. Kennedy with it right side, out top to Brady Burson. Out Braylon Boyker along the left wing. He'll dump it down to Austin Kaufman. Back to Boyker. He's going to drive. As he goes up, he'll be fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Braylon Boyker going to go to the line to try and retake the lead here for Central Heights. The foul is going to go against Reese Jarrett. It'll be his first. Fourth team foul on Anderson County. First free throw from Boyker is too strong. Braylon Boyker will try to tie it up here with the second free throw. Second free throw on the way. This one is good. 12-12 here, just 20 seconds into quarter number 2. Eden kicks it over to Jarrett. Jarrett has a look at a three, a little bit too strong, but Kotzer there for the tip back. Nice job on the offensive glass there by Reese Kotzer. He gives Anderson County the 14-12 lead. Crawford with it along the right side, out top to Kaufman. Now Kennedy. It's just a Boyker. He's going to put up a 15-footer, a little bit too strong. Rockers breaks down the rebound for the Bulldogs. He's going to work to his left. Guarded there by Boyker. Kicks it back out top to Eden. Eden's over to Jarrett. Jarrett inside Stifter. Stifter, a little turnaround up. Nice little turnaround shot there by Josh Stifter. Back-to-back buckets for Anderson County to take a 4-point lead here. Kennedy kicks it in the corner. Crawford has a look at a three, rolls around the rim and out, no good. Kotzer able to get the rebound for Anderson County. Eden's going to drive in, now stops, kicks it back out. All swung around. Rockers has a look at a three, no good. Kotzer able to chase down the long rebound. Ball kind of forced inside there, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul going to be called against Central Heights. And this one's going to go against Austin Kaufman. It'll be his second personal foul. Just the third team foul on Central Heights, but Kaufman with 2 here in the first half. He gets it in. Now gets it down into the block for Kotzer, and a whistle and a 3-second violation will be called here against Stifter. He didn't clear the lane after they got the ball inbounds. It was still a pretty darn quick 3-second call. If I was counting, it probably would not have been called quite yet. Kaufman with it out top over to Crawford. Down to Burson. Burson, nice set play there by Central Heights to get Brady Burson wide open at the block. He goes up uncontested for the easy layup. Kotzer brings it across, dribbles between the circles. Now over to Eden's left wing. Tries to get it inside quickly to Jarrett, but it's poked away there by Crawford. Goes out of bounds and will stay with Anderson County. Josh Martin checking into the ball game. He'll replace Garrett Edens. Martin comes in. He'll trigger it in from underneath his own basket. Kotzer, Stifter, Rockers, and Jarrett on the floor with him. Ball into Rockers. Gets it out to Jarrett out top. Jarrett back over to Rockers left wing. Gets it to Kotzer. 16-footer on the way, a little bit too strong, but Rockers there to get the rebound. He's going to go back up. He's fouled. Going to go to the line to shoot 2. The foul's going to go against Jared Crawford. First personal foul on Crawford. It'll be the 4th team foul on Central Heights. Derek Rockers' first free throw on the way. A little bit too strong, no good. Rockers chose to strike for his second. Shot on the way. This one is good. Rockers has 4. The lead is 3. 17-14, Anderson County. Kennedy with it. Looks like a little bit of a 3-2 zone coming out here by Anderson County. Kennedy thought about the 3. Swung back around. Boyker has a look at it, and his three-point basket is on the way, and it is good. Ties the ball game at 17. The first three-pointer of the night for Braylon Boyker. Martin brings it across the timeline, looks to get it inside, and there's going to be a foul here called against Brady Burson on the hold. Had a hold of Reese Kotzer as they were trying to get it into the block for Kotzer. Second on Burson, 5th team foul on the Vikings. Martin trying to get the ball in, throws it in, and Boyker is there to intercept that pass. And then as he went to put it to the floor, Rocker stuck his hand in there. He'll be whistled for his second personal foul. And so that is the 5th team foul on the Bulldogs as well. So with 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, tied at 17, Central Heights looks to see if they can take the lead here. Crawford in the corner. He's got to look from three. No good. Battle for the rebound brought down by Stifter. Going to hand off to Josh Martin. Martin will bring it across the timeline. Guarded there by Kennedy. Going to drive to his left, kick it to Rockers. Rockers has a look from three, no good. Off the hands of Burson. Unable to get that offense or get that rebound. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Anderson County. Martin to trigger it in. Gets it in out top to Rockers. Rockers gets it down to Stifter. Stifter goes to work, up off the glass and in. Another nice move there by Josh Stifter. Anderson County takes the 2-point lead. Burson to Boyker in the right corner. Out top to Crawford. To Kennedy, now to Kaufman. Kaufman dribbles it back out, gives it to Crawford. Boyker, he's going to have another look from three. Again, it's a little bit too strong, and the rebound brought down by Kotzer for Anderson County. Josh Martin brings it across the timeline, gets into the middle of the lane, but a whistle and a foul is going to be called here against Alex Kennedy. It's going to be his first personal foul, and the 16th foul on Central Heights. And a hand check there as Martin was able to get by him. Jarrett will check in as Rockers goes to the bench for Anderson County. Martin dribbling out between the circles. Dribble handoff with Jarrett. Jarrett works to his right, kicks it to Martin. Now he's going to drive it into the lane, but he'll dump it off out top to Kotzer. Kotzer's thought about the three. Dribble handoff again with Jarrett. Jarrett tries to turn the corner. He's able to scoop shot up, no good. We've got a whistle and a foul going to be going against Central Heights here. And they're going to call it against Austin Kaufman, and that'll be his third personal foul. 17th foul. Quickly to the scorer's table runs Hunter Bones for Central Heights. Reese Jarrett's first free throw on the way is good. Hunter Bones checks in. Austin Kaufman and those three personal fouls checking out. Jarrett, second free throw. This one too strong. Offensive rebound, Stifter. He goes back up and has it poked away by Alex Kennedy down low. Kennedy brings it across the timeline over to Hunter Bones. Bones going to work at the elbow. Kicks it out to Jared Crawford. Baseline drive. Tries to dump it off, but deflected and taken away. Reese Jarrett. Jarrett brings it into the front court. Dribble handoff with Garrett Edens. Edens looks inside. Step back three will be on the way, and it is good. Nice, tough shot there by Garrett Edens. Made look pretty easy. First three for Edens. Quickly up the floor, Boyker has a three, no good. But Kennedy will chase down the rebound for Central Heights. Lob pass into Boyker, and it's going to be a whistle for an offensive foul. Boyker had Edens sealed off, but he did it with both hands as he held him there. First foul on Braylon, the 8th team foul, but the offensive variety, so no free throws here for Anderson County. Edens brings it across the sideline, and a quick whistle, and Boyker's going to pick up his second right here, and now Edens will go to the free throw line. Boyker kind of reached a little bit there. Before he drew the contact, he had good position, but the reach will be called. So Garrett Edens to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. First free throw on the way from Edens is good. Anderson County extended its lead out to 7. We were tied at 17 apiece. Anderson County on a quick 7-0 run, looking to make it 8. Edens' second free throw too strong. Kotzer tries to rip down the rebound battle with Brady Burson, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Central Heights. Edens to trigger it in. And we've got an offensive foul that's going to go here against Josh Stifter. Kind of ran through a screen there. Knocked back Brady Burson, which is not easy to do. A well put together young man. Good solid base. Strong runner on the football field, and he knocked him back. Crawford brings it across the timeline. Boyker drives, kicks it out top. Burson gets it over to the right wing to Jared Crawford. Finds Hunter Bones on the cut, has it poked away, and saved there by Jared into the hands of Stifter. He'll give it off over to Garrett Edens, who will dribble it across the timeline here as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the half. Kick to the wing. Jarrett, three-pointer on the way, no good. Person brings down the rebound. Kick it off to Braylon Boyker. He'll bring it across the timeline. Works out top, now over to Alex Kennedy. Kennedy working it towards the top of the key, and a whistle and a foul. We're going to have a hand check here called against Josh Martin. Had a hand on Kennedy as he went to make that move to the middle. So this is the 7th team foul. It's the first on Martin, but the 7th on the Bulldogs. So Kennedy at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. First free throw from Kennedy on the way is good. First point of the night for Alex. Detweiler will check in for Boyker. Rockers checking back into the ballgame as he replaces Martin for Anderson County. Second shot on the way is also good from Kennedy. 2 for 2 from the stripe. Trims the lead down to 5. Minute 45 remaining here in the first half. Edens out top, being guarded by Detweiler. The dribble baseline, now kicks it out. Jarrett has another look at a three. This one's just a little bit too long. Good rebound brought down by Detweiler. And I think the VAR official said that might have hit the top of the backboard and going to call it out of bounds. So either way, the ball was possessed there by Central Heights. Jared Crawford brings it across the timeline over to Hunter Bones. He's going to try and drive baseline. That there is shut down by Kotzer. Get the ball over to Alex Kennedy, right wing. Now to Jared Crawford. Crawford gets it down inside. Bones goes to work. Shot up off the glass is no good, but a whistle and a foul. Going to go here against Anderson County is going to send Hunter Bones to the free throw line. Foul is on Stifter. It's showing on the scoreboard as 1, but I had him for 2. The first free throw by Bones is a little bit too strong, no good. So he'll toe the stripe for the second, see if he can cut the lead down to 4 here. 24-19 the score. And the second one is good by Bones. Bones has 3 on the evening, 24-20. Minute 5 remaining here in the first half. Kotzer brings it across the timeline, now hands it off to Garrett Edens. Edens over to Jarrett. Jarrett kicks it in the corner to Rockers. Rockers going to try and drive baseline, spin move. Able to get it in the lane, shot goes up, no good. Offensive rebound by Rockers, and the stick back is good. Derek Rockers has 6, and the lead is 6 for Anderson County. Detweiler in the corner has a 3 on the way, no good. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against Hunter Bones. He went climbing over the back of Josh Stifter there. So the personal foul on Hunter Bones is going to send Stifter to the free throw line to shoot 2, as that is the 10th team foul on Central Heights here in the first half. First free throw from Stifter, no good. Timmy Smith will check into the ballgame. He's going to replace Brady Burson for Central Heights. Stifter's second on the way. Too strong, no good. Tim Smith runs down the rebound for the Vikings. 25 seconds remaining here. 6-point ball game, 26-20. Anderson County on top. Detweiler, right wing. Whistle and a foul. We're going to have a foul away from the ball. A moving screen, it must have been. Anderson County going to have the opportunity for the last shot. Foul is going to go against Alex Kennedy. Second personal foul on Alex. Again, it's an offensive foul, so no free throws here. Jarrett brings it across the timeline. Old double team now will kick it over to Garrett Edens with 8 seconds remaining. Edens going to work on the right wing. Drives down to the baseline, low floater up, no good. Rebound, Jared Crawford. They try, and a whistle and a foul going to go here against Derek Rockers. He was trying to come up and stop Crawford from being able to get a shot off. When he did, he reached in, knocked the ball away, but he'll be called for the reach. The third personal foul on Rockers is going to send Crawford to the free throw line with .4 remaining to shoot a 1-and-1. First shot on the way, rattles around, no good. A rebound brought down, and that'll bring up halftime here. At the end of the half, it is Anderson County by 6, 26-20 over Central Heights. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you point leaders and a little bit of more halftime statistics from here at Anderson County High School. I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit KramerRx.com.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
It's late at night. You've been visiting family and you're on your way home. You didn't see the deer in front of you until it was too late. Everyone is safe. Your vehicle did its job and protected you. Now you get to find out if your auto insurance does the same. It will, because you have State Farm Auto Insurance through local agent Keith King in Ottawa.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Anderson County High School. We're at halftime of the boys contest as the Anderson County Bulldogs with the 6-point lead, 26-20 over Central Heights here this evening, senior night for Anderson County. In the first half, Anderson County, a very balanced scoring attack on the evening. They're led by Derek Rockers. He's got 6 first half points. Also, Garrett Edens has 6, 5 points for Reese Kotzer, 4 points for Josh Stifter, 3 points for Dalton Kellerman, 1 point apiece for Reese Jarrett and Josh Martin for the 26 points for Anderson County. Central Heights, and also a balanced scoring attack leading the way. Braylon Boyker, he's got 6 first half points, 5 for Austin Kaufman, 2 points apiece for Brady Burson, Alex Kennedy, and Jared Crawford, and 3 points for Hunter Bowe. So it is 26-20 here at the half. These two teams have battled hard defensively and made this a very interesting ball game. Anderson County coming in at 3-14 on the year. Central Heights at 5-10. So these games in late February are very important to sub-state seeding. And so far here tonight, it is Anderson County looking to break an 8-game losing streak if they can get the victory here tonight. But just a 6-point halftime advantage for the Bulldogs at home on senior night over the Vikings of Anderson County. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more of your halftime report from here at from Anderson County High School in Garnett. I'm Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting our local schools. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
This is Craig Dangle of Dangle and Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dangle and Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323. It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Back here to Anderson County High School again at halftime of the KOFO High School Game of the Week. Central Heights trailing Anderson County 26-20 here in the boys contest. Again, it is a very spread out scoring for both teams. Garrett Edens and Derek Rockers with 6 points apiece for the Bulldogs to lead the way. Braylon Boyker with 6 points for Central Heights to lead the way. A little bit of foul trouble to look out for. Austin Kaufman, the big post player for Central Heights, he picked up 3 first-half personal fouls, and then as did Derek Rockers for Anderson County, picking up one about 65 feet from the basket as time was about to expire in the first half, his 3rd personal foul. 2 fouls on Dalton Kellerman and Josh Stifter as well for Anderson County. 2 fouls on Alex Kennedy, Braylon Boyker, and Brady Burson for Central Heights. So we'll keep an eye on that early in the second half to see if everybody can avoid picking up that foul that could put them to the bench there, as this is just a 6-point ball game. Still anybody's ball game really at this point. Anderson County had a 1-point lead, 12-11 after 1 quarter of play. They outscored Central Heights 14-9 in quarter number 2 to have this 6-point halftime advantage. But we expect it to continue to be this way, tight all the way throughout. Again, Anderson County coming in averaging just over 43 points a ball game, 43.5 points a game. Central Heights can get it up there into the upper 40s and into the 50s. They average 48.9 points per contest, so expect maybe a little bit freer open second half. We could see a little bit more out on the run, but again, Rockers for Anderson County and Kaufman for Central Heights, each with 3 first-half fouls, so they're going to have to be really a little patient and smart in the 3rd quarter so they don't get themselves into any more foul trouble. Rockers and Garrett Edens leading the way, 6 points apiece for Anderson County, 5 points for Reese Kotzer, 4 for Josh Stifter, 3 points for Dalton Kellerman, and 1 point apiece for Reese Jarrett and Josh Martin. For Central Heights, Braylon Boyker, 6 first-half points, 5 for Austin Kaufman, all coming in the 1st quarter before he picked up that 3rd foul early in the 2nd quarter and had to be relegated to the bench. 3 points for Hunter Bones, 2 points apiece for Burson, Kennedy, and Crawford. See if Jared Crawford can get himself loose for a few open looks here in the third quarter and see if he can get Central Heights really back into this ball game. Just a 6-point Anderson County lead, so nothing that Central Heights cannot come back from. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready for second half action from here at Anderson County High School, where at halftime it is the Anderson County Bulldogs 26 and the Central Heights Vikings 20. You're listening to the KOFO High School Game of the Week here on KOFO.com.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season. Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Quickly here at Anderson County, Bulldogs with the possession here to open up. Kotzer with it on the right wing, out to Jarrett. Kotzer, Jarrett, Martin, pass intercepted here, and Kennedy on the run out, layup up off the glass is good. The first bucket of the second half goes to Central Heights, trims the lead down to 4. Again, it's Edens, Martin, Kotzer, Jarrett, and Kellerman, the starting 5 for Anderson County. And a whistle and a foul called here against Jared Crawford. Going to be called for the block. Crawford in really good defensive position there. He would have probably flopped down. He might have gotten an offensive foul called, but it'll go against Crawford. It's his second. Crawford, Kennedy, Boyker, Burson, and Kaufman, the starting 5, back out on the floor. Martin with it in the corner, guarded there by Boyker. Tries to pass it down inside to Edens, has it deflected and knocked out of bounds. Looks like it'll stay here with Anderson County underneath their own basket. Edens to trigger it in, going to get it to Kellerman out top. Now Edens left side, he's going to pull the trigger on a 3, and it is good. Nice quick trigger there by Garrett Edens. He now has 9. The lead is now up to 7. That was the biggest lead of the first half for Anderson County. Pass inside, Kaufman, a nice spin move along the baseline. And a soft touch off the glass is good. He's got 7 to get the lead back down to 5. Martin out top, goes to the left wing. Kotzer has a look at a 3, too much on that one. Crawford brings down the rebound and quickly pushes the other way. Crawford tries to take it up, avoids running into Martin, who was trying to take the charge there, but Kotzer came from behind. All 6'7", blocked that out of bounds. It will stay underneath with Central Heights. Crawford gets it into Kaufman, taken away immediately by Martin. He might have had Burson open on the backside, but trying to get it into Kaufman. Got good footwork down in the block. Edens over to Jarrett, left side, three-pointer on the way is good. Reese Jarrett, first 3 of the ball game for Reese. He's got 4, pushes the lead out to 8, the biggest lead of the ball game for Anderson County. Burson going to go lob pass, trying to get it into Kaufman. Martin read that, but it was only able just to knock it away. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be down in the sideline for Central Heights. They get it into Kennedy. Dribbles it back out top between the circles. Gets it over to Braylon Boyker. Flex cut for Crawford. Now over to Burson. Burson works to the baseline. Shot will go up. No good. Rebound Kellerman for Anderson County. Ends it off to Garrett Edens, who will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Braylon Boyker. Over to Reese Jarrett, left wing. Pass intended inside there for Kotzer, but Burson popped around on the front, knocked it away. Out of bounds underneath. Anderson County, 32-24 lead for the Bulldogs. 5:22 remaining in the third. Pass into Martin. Tries to dribble out of the corner. Nice job there by Crawford. Shut that down. And we've got a whistle, and on the loose ball, Josh Martin got his hand to it, but his right foot was touching the sideline. So he'll be called out of bounds, giving it over to Central Heights. Crawford brings it across the timeline, gets it to Burson. Out of Kaufman and over to Boyker. Boyker moves to his right. Shut down there, kicks it to Crawford. Crawford will dribble it out of the corner and take it back out top, reset the offense. Burson will get it to Kaufman. Now to Crawford. He's got to look at a three. Jared Crawford's three is up, and it is good. First three-point basket of the night for Crawford. He's got 5, and he cuts the lead down to 5 with 4:40 remaining here in the third. Edens across the timeline. Dribble handoff with Jarrett. Now kicked out top to Kellerman. He'll hand it off to Edens. Edens, another step back, thought about the three. He decided not to take it. And Martin will come reset the offense for Anderson County. Kotzer looking at it, being guarded there by Burson. Goes baseline, kicks it out. Jarrett has another look at a three, this time from the right wing. Knocks that one down. The second three-point basket of the quarter for Reese Jarrett. 9 points here in the quarter for Anderson County, all by the three-point basket. Pass intended there for Kaufman was over his head. Crawford trying to chase it down, ran into there by Kellerman, who was also trying to pick that one up. The foul's going to go against Kellerman. It'll be the third on Dalton. Hunter Bones going to check in as for Central Heights, as will Josh Stifter for Anderson County, as he'll replace Kellerman in those 3 personal fouls. Derek Rockers has replaced Josh Martin in the lineup. Remember, Rockers also with 3 fouls. Right wing, Hunter Bones driving, gets it knocked out of his hands on the drive. It falls into the hands of Garrett Edens. Brings it across the timeline for Anderson County. Edens over to Rockers on the left wing. Rockers picks up his dribble, now gets it inside to Stifter. And Stifter, before he's able to make his move, he shuffled his feet. Battling inside against Hunter Bones. And Stifter turns it over as he's not able to keep his feet set. Kennedy, left wing, gets it to Bones, circling around the top. Now to Crawford. Kennedy on the cut, gets it, but he was too far underneath. Boyker drives in, kicks it back out, leaves it for Kennedy. He goes up, no good. Burson with the offensive board and the stick back. Nice job on the offensive glass that time, and a timeout called here by Central Heights. We'll take one with them. It's a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
There's no doubt a cold Kansas winter is headed our way. Is your heater up to the challenge? Call the pros at Adamson Brothers to make sure. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit KramerRx.com.
County High School, it's the Bulldogs on top, 35-29 with 3:02 remaining in the third quarter over Central Heights. Edens, Rockers, Kotzer, Jarrett, and Stifter on the floor for Anderson County. Boyker, Kennedy, Bones, Burson, and Crawford, the 5 on the floor for the Vikings. Rockers drives in, now kicks it along the wing to Garrett Edens. Out top, Reese Jarrett. Jarrett moves to his right, slides in, a little runner on the way from Jarrett is up, and it is good. Reese Jarrett, 8 points here in the third quarter, extends the lead out to 8 for Anderson County, 37-29. Crawford working on the right, guarded there by Rockers, gets it in the corner to Burson. Burson going to drive. Nobody able to pick him up there. A nice baseline drive there from Brady Burson. Shot up off the glasses and trims the lead back down to 6. Jarrett guarded by Crawford, working along the right side. Now drives baseline, kicks it out. Kotzer, 16-footer on the way, left just a little bit short. Crawford brings down the rebound for Central Heights. Crawford into the corner. Boyker has a look at a three, and it's pure right through there. Braylon Boyker, his first three of the second half. He's now got 9 and trims the lead down to 3 at 37-34. Rockers drives, cut off there by Boyker, kicks it out. Edens, he'll pull up from 15 feet at the free throw line. The jumper is up and good. Garrett Edens into double figures. He's now got 11 to lead the way for Anderson County. Lead at 5, just under a minute and a half remaining here in the third quarter. Anderson County on top. Braylon Boyker on the drive, has it poked away. Ball loose on the floor, finds its way to Hunter Bones out top. Bones kicks it over to Boyker, now to Kennedy in the corner. That's deflected, but finds the hands of Hunter Bones once again. Jared Crawford will reset the offense for Central Heights. Bones on the drive, floater from about 4 feet, rolls around the rim and off, no good. 60 seconds remaining. Stifter will hand it off to Edens. Edens loses possession a little bit. Kennedy tried to come up. Now Edens' pass intended for Jarrett, stolen by Crawford. He goes up, and a nice shot there. Jared Crawford let Edens fly by, and we've got a whistle. And we've got a whistle and a warning here as Boyker knocked the ball away from Anderson County as they tried to grab it to get the play started back up. Central Heights comes in a full court press. Now we'll back out of it. Edens will dribble it across the timeline. 3-point ball game, 39-36. Anderson County on top. Edens over to Jarrett. Now to Kotzer, left wing. Kotzer going to drive baseline, step through, nice move there as he'll put it up over the front of the rim and in. First bucket of the second half for Kotzer, now has 7 and extends the lead back out to 5. 10 seconds remaining. Hunter Bones with it. Going to give it over to Jared Crawford. 5 seconds to Brady Burson. Burson going to try and drive baseline, and he goes up, and he'll be fouled as he took it strong to the hole with 2.5 seconds to go. Foul is going to go against Kotzer. It's his second personal foul. And just the second personal foul on the Bulldogs. Brady Burson's first free throw just off the back rim, no good. He'll get the second. Martin checks back into the ball game for the Bulldogs. Burson's second free throw on the way. Again, too strong, but the offensive rebound and the turnaround is shot up, and Bones will not get it off. So we reach the end of quarter number 3. It's Anderson County 41 and Central Heights 36. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
We can talk about the ABCs of dining out, appetizer, beverage, and course, but that would lead to the DEFs, dine, entree, and food. So instead of going through all the other letters, the only ones you really need to remember are PTG, Primetime Grill. Primetime Grill at Fusion Alley is the new and exciting lunch and dinner destination in South Ottawa. Enjoy juicy burgers, specially prepared Kansas cuisine, delicious desserts, and your favorite drinks. And with 42 screens, you'll understand why game time is primetime. Primetime Grill at Fusion Alley, where it's always good, clean fun. And food.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT building or online at orcottawas.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
back here to Anderson County High School, getting ready for action in quarter number 4. 41-36, Anderson County on top of Central Heights here. 8 minutes to play in regulation. Central Heights has the possession here to open up quarter number 4. Jared Crawford with it. He'll dribble it out between the circles. Gets it over to Brady Burson, right wing. Burson guarded there by Kotzer. It's backdoor. It's not there. Gives it back over to Crawford. Crawford will take a look from 3, and it is pure from the top of the key. Crawford jumps into double figures. He now has 10 with his second three-pointer. Trims the lead down to 2 at 41-39. Rockers drives in. Little floater there is good. And I believe that foul is going to go against Boyker. Nice take by Rockers. And it is on Boyker. That's going to be his third personal foul. Kind of gave Rockers a little bit of a lane there. He did a jump stop, took it up strong, and a little floater was good from 10 feet. Rockers free throw no good. Loose ball rebound picked up by Burson. And Rockers tried to come in from behind, take it away, and he'll be whistled for a foul. Rockers has picked up a couple ticky-tack fouls here. That's going to be the fourth personal foul on Derek Rockers. Going to stay in the ball game with 7:28 remaining, a 4-point lead with 4 personal fouls. Crawford driving, kicks it back out. Kennedy has a look at a 3. Around the rim and out, no good. Kotzer brings down the rebound for Anderson County. Give it over to Josh Martin, who's going to dribble across the timeline. Pulling out top, being guarded there by Jared Crawford. Martin works to the corner, going to give it to Rockers. He's going to pull the trigger from 3, no good. Brought down there by Crawford. Jared Crawford looks to get Central Heights set up in their offense. Gives it back out to Crawford out top. Over to Brady Burson. Now to Austin Kaufman. Crawford, another look from 3. Shot on the way, rattles out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Going to be a whistle and a foul called here, I believe, on Josh Martin as he climbed over the back of Burson. The ball will stay underneath with Central Heights. Reese Jarrett checks in. Rockers will take his seat. Second personal foul on Martin, the 4th team foul. So we still have a few away from the bonus. Ball into Kaufman. Kaufman going to work against Kotzer. Takes to his left, goes to his right. Baby hook up off the back rim and in. Kaufman with a nice soft touch there. Lead is down to 2, 43-41, 6:25 remaining here in regulation. Ball to the right wing, Jarrett. Jarrett's going to drive a little floater from about 12 feet, and a good soft touch there by Reese Jarrett. He jumps into double figures. He's now got 11, including 10 in the second half for Jarrett. Kaufman, left wing, gets to Brady Burson. Looking for the flex cut there, gets it over to Kennedy. Now down inside, it's Crawford. He goes up, he takes the bump. The shot is in off the glass, and he's going to go to the free throw line looking to get the old school three-point play there. Foul is going to go against Jarrett. That'll be his second personal foul. 15th foul on the Bulldogs. Crawford, free throw on the way is good. 45-44. We're going to have a good last 6 minutes here at Anderson County High School. Martin across the timeline, working to his left. Gets it over to Garrett Edens. Edens drives baseline. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Reese Jarrett. He has another look at a 3. This one too strong, no good. A rebound brought down by Braylon Boyker. Boyker to the corner. Kennedy has a look at 3 in the lead, and he hits it. Alex Kennedy gives Central Heights a 2-point lead on his first three-pointer of the night. 47-45, Vikings on top. Martin drives into the lane, kicks it over Kellerman. Up off the glass and good. Quick answer there. Nice drive by Martin and a good pass over to Dalton Kellerman, who eased it up off the glass and in. Crawford will dribble between the circles. Now works a little bit to his right. Gets it to Brady Burson, left wing. Burson to Kaufman. Now back to Crawford. It's the cut of Burson. And before the shot, there's going to be a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Reese Jarrett, which will be his third personal foul. It's the 16th foul, so again, no free throws, but the next foul on Anderson County is going to put Central Heights at the line. Ball comes into Burson, now out to the right wing. Kennedy to Kaufman, tried to find Burson, deflected, but into the hands of Braylon Boyker. Kaufman going to dribble handoff out to Jared Crawford, who will reset the offense. 4.5 remaining, tie ball game. Crawford drives baseline, shut off nicely there. Out top, Brady Burson. Back over to Jared Crawford on the right wing. Back down into the block, and before Burson would put the ball on the floor, shuffled his feet, so it'll be a turnover on Central Heights. 4:23 remaining, a tie ball game, 47-47. Martin gets it into Kotzer. Nobody picks up Kotzer, so he'll dribble it across the timeline. Works to his left, into the middle, loses control of it, able to get it back, gets it over to Martin. Martin will slow it down and reset the offense for Anderson County. Smart move by the left-handed point guard. Now he loses control of it. Alex Kennedy on the steal. The run out here for Kennedy. Up off the glass, too strong, and he came back inbounds, and he'll be whistled as he tried to knock that away from Garrett Edens, but his foot was on the end line. Kennedy trying to go quickly there, unable to control the ball as he went up for the layup. Edens brought it down the rebound. So we'll go to Anderson County here. Kaufman going to check out. Hunter Bones going to check back in for the Vikings. Central Heights coming up with a full court pressure here. Brady Burson back playing safety. Get it into Josh Martin, and Central Heights will back out of it a little bit here. Burson starting there, and we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called here by Anderson County. We're going to keep it here through this full timeout and get it caught up with everything we have here. It was a 5-point Anderson County lead at the end of 3, 41-36. But so far here in the fourth quarter, Central Heights has outscored Anderson County by 5 at 11-6. This ball game is tied up at 47 points apiece. We have just over 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Anderson County with 16 fouls so far in the half. So from here on out, Central Heights will be going to the free throw line for at least a 1-and-1. Central Heights has only committed 2 team fouls in this second half. So as we get down closer to about a minute and a half or a minute remaining in this game, if it remains this close, Central Heights might want to consider getting a couple fouls there because they can at least stop the clock. And maybe in a tight ball game, you don't want to have it to be just foul to try and stop the clock, especially with the quickness and athleticism of the Anderson County guards as they can kind of create some space. 3:47 remaining. Dalton Kellerman will throw it in to Josh Martin, who will set up the offense for Anderson County. Garrett Edens running a baseline cut. Gets it through into the left corner. Now back out to Martin as Central Heights did a nice job of covering up that set play. What looked like was going to get Edens a shot at a 3. Martin drives to his left, shut down there, kicks it out. Kotzer, 17-footer on the way, no good. Offensive rebound for Dalton Kellerman, and a whistle and a foul here is going to go against Jared Crawford for Central Heights. It's his third and the third team foul. It's on the floor, so underneath the basket, Anderson County to trigger it in here. Edens gets it into Kotzer. Kotzer working against Burson, gets a bump. He's able to clear some space. Shot was short, and the rebound to Braylon Boyker. Crawford driving. Nobody really coming out to stop him. He'll go to the bucket. Missed the shot, but he's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Nobody picked up Crawford, so he took advantage of it and went on the drive. The foul's going to go against Reese Kotzer. It's his third personal foul. Crawford at the line to shoot 2. First one on the way, rolls around the rim and in. Good shooter's roll there from Jared Crawford. And his second would give Central Heights a 2-point advantage. Second free throw on the way. Too strong. Chased down. Nice hustle there. Hunter Bones chased down the long rebound. He drives along the baseline, tries to dump it off to Brady Burson, and it was just unable. Anderson County got a hand in there, poked it away off the hands of Burson, last to touch it. So Anderson County retakes possession here. 3 minutes remaining, trailing by 1. 48-37, 2:53 on the clock. Martin brings it across the timeline. Works to his left, kicks it over. Jarrett has a look at a three, sets his feet, no good. Battle for the rebound and a whistle and a foul. We'll see who this one's going to go against. And it's going to go against Anderson County as it's going to send Hunter Bones to the free throw line. The foul is going to go against, I believe it's going to be on Kotzer, and it is. Reese Kotzer picks up his 4th personal foul. So now Rockers and Kotzer with 4 personal fouls apiece for Anderson County. Hunter Bones to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. First free throw from Bones, misses to the right. Brady Burson, offensive rebound, stick back too strong. And a whistle on the loose ball from this rebound. And the officials come together. And the foul is going to go here against, I believe they said Braylon Boyker of Central Heights. And to me, I didn't even think Braylon was involved in there, but he'll be whistled for the foul. So his 4th personal foul, it's the 4th team foul. So the ball back to Anderson County. Kellerman will get it to Edens. Edens bring it up to half court. Dribbles across between the circles. Works to his left. Kicks it over. Rockers thought about the three. Now looks to get it inside. Nothing there, so he'll kick it out top to Reese Jarrett. Jarrett will work to his right. Being guarded there by Crawford. Jarrett drives in, picks up his dribble. Able to kick it out to Edens. Drives baseline, shut down nicely. He'll have to send it back out, but Jarrett is in another look for three, no good, and Burson brings down the rebound. Nice, strong rebound there from Brady Burson for Central Heights. 2 minutes remaining, the Vikings on top, 48-47. Crawford gets it over to Bones. Bones back to Burson. Baseline flex cut, nothing there. Over to Kennedy, right wing. Kennedy out tops to Boyker. And a whistle and a timeout going to be called here by Central Heights. We'll take this one with them. 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the high school in your community.
And back here at Anderson County High School, we've got minute 47 remaining here in regulation. Central Heights 48, Anderson County 47. Heights with possession. Jared Crawford out top. Into the corner to Alex Kennedy. Cross court to Hunter Bones. Now down to Braylon Boyker, and a whistle and a foul and a hand check here. A reach in going to be called against Reese Jarrett of Anderson County. Is going to send Hunter Bones to the free throw line. It is the 9th team foul, so it's another 1-and-1. Jarrett's 4th personal foul. So Bones throws the stripe for the first. Free throw on the way, rolls around the rim, no good. Kellerman chases down the rebound. Give it off to Garrett Edens. Edens brings it across the timeline with 1:30 remaining in the regulation. Edens works to his right, gets it to Rockers, has a look from three from the corner, no good. Rebound brought down Jared Crawford. Minute 20 remaining as Crawford crosses midcourt. He'll dribble out top like a little bit of a 1-2-1-1 trap here. Boyker with it, left wing, now to Crawford. Down to Kennedy in the corner. Again, cross court to Boyker. Out to Crawford. Back to Boyker on the left wing. Jared Crawford out top. Going to drive in. Over to Kennedy. Back to Crawford. Jared Crawford breaks through. Now he'll kick it out to Braylon Boyker. Central Heights is taking a lot of time off the clock, and now Derek Rockers is going to have to go out as they needed to commit a foul. And Central Heights was going to try and milk this clock for all it was worth, but Rockers will go out and pick up the foul to stop the clock. It's also the 10th team foul as Rockers checks out of the ball game. He'll finish with 8 this evening. Martin will check into the ball game. Jared Crawford at the free throw line to shoot 2. Crawford's first free throw hits short and bounces off to the right of no good. Austin Kaufman check in for Hunter Bones here. 44 and a half seconds remaining. Crawford toes the stripe for the second. Second free throw on the way. This one rolls in. Whistle as a substitution will come in here. Kotzer will check in for Stifter. Quickly back into the ballgame, Hunter Bones, and he'll check in for Kaufman. I'm not sure they noticed this, but I don't believe that Hunter Bones can, as the ball was never live, I think they're going to check and maybe have Kaufman have to come back into the ball game. Ball was never live, so Kaufman cannot check out as he had just checked in. And that is what they're going to do. So Austin Kaufman checks back into the bar, comes back in. Never actually will be told he checked out. So again, Central Heights going to come out in that 4-up man press look. Going to let Martin get the ball in and just try and make him eat some clock as he brings it into the front court. 2-point ball game, 49-47, 35 seconds remaining. Kotzer, he's going to drive into the lane. Floater from about 6 feet, rolls in. It is good. And a quick whistle and a timeout called here by Anderson County as they've tied the ball game up at 49-49. It's going to be called a full timeout, but again, I'm going to go ahead and keep it here through this timeout. Okay, 49-49. It was 41-36. Central Heights has outscored Anderson County here in the fourth by a 13-8 total to tie this ball game up. There's 30 seconds remaining in the ball game here, so Central Heights can essentially hold it for that last second shot at the win. And usually on the road, you want to kind of take your chances by going maybe a little bit early. You'd like to have the lead. The home team might try to shoot it at the end, as getting into overtime as the home team usually has a better advantage. Both teams have been in overtime a couple times this year. Anderson County put up 13 points. There's 14 points and 12 points in their 2 games as they averaged 13 in overtime. Central Heights scored 8 in their 1 overtime period this year. Again, Central Heights has to go the length of the floor here. 28.6 exactly on the clock. Anderson County going to come up into a man. Now they're going to bring up Kotzer, so they've got a full court press coming up here. Central Heights will have to run a good press break offense, see if they can get it in. Brady Burson to trigger it in. He can run the baseline. Braylon Boyker coming to him. They're able to get it into Boyker. He'll quickly dribble into the front court. Now he'll slow it down, get it off to Jared Crawford. Crawford being guarded by Jared. Over to Burson. Now to Kaufman. Right wing to Crawford, to Burson, down at the block. Brady Burson goes up, no good on the shot, but a whistle and a foul is going to send Burson to the free throw line with 13.2 remaining. Now Hunter Bones gets ready to check back in here. The foul is going to go against number 2, Garrett Edens. It's his first. Burson's first free throw on the way is good. Bones will check for Kaufman, so Burson will shoot the second free throw here to give Central Heights a 2-point advantage. Shot on the way, no good, but Hunter Bones had it in his hands momentarily, and now a whistle on a loose ball is going to be a foul on Hunter Bones, but that's okay. As on Bones, that is just the 5th team foul, so it takes 3 seconds off the clock, and all it does is take 3 seconds off the clock. It's the second on Hunter Bones. It's the 5th team foul. Anderson County calls another timeout as they're going to have to draw up a play here with 10 seconds remaining. We're going to keep it again here through this timeout. So Central Heights with 5 team fouls, 10.5 seconds remaining on the clock. Anderson County must go the length of the floor. Up front on the pressure, if they decide to stay in their full court press, they'll want to get the point guard, whoever's bringing the ball across the timeline, to turn a couple times and waste a little bit extra those precious seconds here as Central Heights has the 1-point lead. And if they can do that, they can commit a foul, and it will not result in free throws. Once somebody gets inside that 3-point line, you don't want to commit the foul unless it is on a pass, and then you can commit a foul to stop the clock, but it allows Anderson County to take the ball out underneath their own basket with a chance for a set play and a win. But you can waste enough time that there will not be a whole lot left. Anderson County coming out anticipating a little bit of pressure. They're going to line up 4 guys at half court. Garrett Edens, it's a set throw as he is going to be underneath the basket. Central Heights is matching up. Kennedy is the guy that will guard Edens. The ball comes in to Martin. Nobody with a whole lot of pressure. Now Boyker picks him up, and quickly a whistle and another timeout will be called here again by Anderson County as they had the possession. But 4 seconds goes off the clock, 6.6 remaining. Anderson County is not in the bonus yet, so with 6.5 seconds remaining, the ball comes in, and Central Heights could commit a foul here to just waste a couple seconds and not let Anderson County get anything. But with the sideline inbounds, Anderson County could either kind of set something up for a quick lob pass to the inside, or they could get it out top and allow one of those guards to drive into the middle of the lane and see if they can get a floater for the win. It's going to be a tight one coming down here. 6.6 remaining on the clock. Central Heights 50, Anderson County 49. Now they've put .4 onto the clock. There's actually 7 seconds on the clock. The officials came together. They must have determined that when the whistle blew, they saw 7 up there, not 6.6. Edens to trigger it in along the sideline. Looks down in and trying to get it into Concha. Gets it into Martin. Back to Edens. Edens going to try and drive. And a whistle and a foul going to be called here against Central Heights. So that is just the 16th foul. So with 3.8 seconds remaining, Anderson County has it underneath their own basket. It's on Alex Kennedy, his third. Again, it's just the 16th foul. And another timeout's going to be called here by Anderson County. It's, again, another 30-second timeout. So with 3.8 remaining, Anderson County has the ball underneath their own basket with a chance to win the ball game here. There's 3.8 seconds remaining. Central Heights 50, Anderson County 49. 16 fouls, so a foul here on Central Heights would send the Bulldogs to the line to shoot 1-1. You don't want to foul a shooter when it comes in because you don't want to give them the opportunity to hit free throws with no time on the clock. Central Heights probably said, bunch it in underneath. Stay down. They don't want to get an easy run to the basket. Martin to trigger it in. Edens comes around the top of the key. Trying to get it in. Martin throws it in, deflected. Edens picks it up. He's going to put it up at the buzzer. Rolls around the rim, no good. And Central Heights will come away with the victory, 50-49 over Anderson County here this evening. Anderson County got a look. The ball rolled around the rim and popped out. It is no good, and Central Heights comes back from down 5 to enter the fourth quarter to steal away the victory, 50-49 over the Anderson County Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the totals for the ball game. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on KOFO.com.
It's difficult to admit, but as long, cold, and nasty as this winter has been, you're not the only one actually looking forward to those spring projects around the house. KOFO and Home Base want to help you get started with the 2020 Home and Garden Expo, March 7th and 8th at the ORC Goppert Building in Ottawa. Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or you need to hire a pro, you'll find all the help you need at the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo inside the climate-controlled confines of the ORC Goppert Building at 15th and Ash. Need new windows or doors? Ideas for gardening or planting new shrubs for more curb appeal? Maybe it's time to add that deck or renovate the kitchen. To this century, we'll have vendors on hand that can help with it all. Demonstrations, food, crafts and decor, even health and wellness for you to enjoy spring and all it brings. Admission to the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo is free. And when you register upon arrival, you'll be entered to win $500 in KOFO cash to spend with any of the vendors at the show. Bring the family and enjoy the tradition of the KOFO Home Base Home and Garden Expo at the ORC Goppert Building, March 7th and 8th. We'll see you there.
This is Casey Brady, Director of Communications for Franklin County with your Franklin County reminders. Car tags and tax renewals are due in the month of February for residents with last names that begin with the letter A. Heavy truck and trailer registrations are also due this month. Commercial vehicle renewals are due March 1st. Tangible personal property tax assessment forms are due to the county appraiser no later than March 15th. Again, this is Casey Brady with Franklin County wishing you a fantastic day.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Contest came away with the narrow 50-49 win over the Bulldogs. It was a 41-36 Bulldog lead entering the fourth quarter, but Central Heights outscored the Bulldogs 14-8 in quarter number 4 to get the 1-point victory. Anderson County had a look at the end. It was a tough one, contested, but Garrett Eaton's shot rolled around the rim and off, and not enough time for Anderson County to get another attempt at it, and Central Heights comes away victorious. With the win, Central Heights improves to 6-10 on the season. Anderson County drops their 9th in a row. They're now 3-15 on the year, leading the way for Anderson County tonight. Reese Jarrett with 11, as well as Garrett Edens also with 11 points. 9 points for Reese Kotzer, 8 for Derek Rockers, 5 points for Dalton Kellerman, 4 for Josh Stifter, and 1 point for Josh Martin. For Central Heights, they were led by Jared Crawford. He had 15, 9 points for Braylon Boyker and Austin Kaufman, 7 points apiece for Alex Kennedy and Brady Burson, and 3 points for Hunter Bones. But here this evening in game number 2, it was Central Heights sealed away the victory late here over Anderson County with a nice fourth quarter comeback there to move their record to 6-10 as Anderson County drops to 3-15. In the early game, it was all Anderson County in the girls contest as they ran away with the 57-27 victory over Central Heights. Leading the way for Central Heights in the girls contest, Abby Brown, she had 16 points to lead the way for the Vikings. For Anderson County, they were led by Raina Jasper. She had 12, 9 points for Brooklyn Kurtz, and 6 points apiece for Marla Lutz and I lost my name there. Cameron Simpson with 6 points apiece for the Lady Bulldogs in game number 1. But game number 2 finished in a tight fashion. Central Heights 50 and Anderson County 49. I want to thank Judy back in the studio, getting me in and out of all the breaks and everything here this evening. Again, we will be back on Friday night at Central Heights, and as Central Heights plays host to Meridazine Valley on Friday night with the next Game of the Week broadcast. Hope you all tune in that night. Thanks again for listening. From Anderson County High School in Garnett, I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
We hope you enjoyed this Game of the Week basketball broadcast on KOFO.com. Brought to you by Fusion Alley with Primetime Grill, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Kansas State Bank. Game of the Week coverage is also brought to you by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, Bank Midwest, and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. For more information about our next Game of the Week broadcast, log on to the KOFO Sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO Sports Calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.